Well, it is time to do what we do best on this account again, and that is turning support characters into DPSs. However, today is a little bit different because the character we are turning into a DPS is none other than Citlali, who can actually do damage. Part of her kit, her burst, actually does damage, so we might actually hit more than 30k this time, which would be pretty cool. Before we dive into building her though, if you have a look at our adventure rank at the moment, you would see we are very, very close to AR 60, which is crazy to think that we are that close to AR 60 on a challenge account. So I am going to go do this quest here, which is the last act of Scaramuche's quest. And conveniently, this quest gives me almost exactly enough adventure XP to get up to AR 60. Well, with that, there we go. Scaramuche's quest is done, and we have hit AR 60 on a challenge account. And now, unlike most times that you hit AR 60, there is actually a chance that we get rewarded. We are getting pretty close to soft pity on the standard banner. So there is a chance that we see a 5-star here. And that would be pretty cool because normally AR 60 is not that rewarding. So are we going to see a 5-star? No, we do not. AR 60 continues to be unrewarding. But we are now max level. We cannot level up this world anymore. So let's hope the remainder of this video can help with the other endgame stuff. That being the Spiral Abyss, which we have still yet to 36 star, and we're at AR 60. And we have quite the number of 5 stars that are all supports and are built. But maybe Citlali will change that. So let's begin our build with DPS Citlali and hopefully hit 100 or 200k. That would be really cool. Now, before we get into messing around with teams and builds, let's do a quick solo damage showcase. I'm just going to use Citlali, and we're going to just see what she's doing at the moment, so we can get a baseline to go off of. If you're wondering about stats, she is currently built for her shield, so she has 286. In terms of talent, she is C0. She is running a 4-piece instructor. We ignore that this is a 3-star piece. I don't have any other ones. She has the sacrificial fragments, sitting at a lovely 737 EM with these stats. Let's do burst. 12k. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that that wasn't a crit, but oh well. That is our base starting damage for today. So there is a few ways we can increase that damage. One being the talents. We should have enough materials to get this up to level 8. Then we also have the weapon, which I could possibly swap out to the Widsith if I want more damage, but I feel like this is going to be better overall. And obviously artifacts, which we are going to probably get the most damage increase from because this set is not great for damage. I'm assuming if we want to go damage, we're going to run Obsidian Codex and just try to somehow get her with over 1000 EM maybe. I'm not too sure. We will figure that stuff out. Let's have a look at talents first, because we can hopefully guarantee that stuff. So we would like these. We can craft 2 of them. That should be enough to get her burst up to level 8. We don't have any other ones, so that's all we can do because I've already farmed it this week. So here, talents, burst, level 7. If I can press buttons, there we go. Level 7 and indeed level 8. Beautiful. That'll be as far as we can go for now, but level 8 should have enough of a damage increase to still hit something solid. Now, let's do artifacts. We are probably going to want Obsidian Codex. I think that'll be best bet for damage. And we just want crit rate, crit damage, EM. Well, I'd say the one Chi-Chi is using is probably going to be solid. It doesn't have EM, but it's got ER, which is close enough to a good stat. Now, as for feathers, we do actually have a good EM one. Cryo damage could work for now. And again, we would like EM on this piece, which we, again, do not have. Although we have this piece, which is solid. So let's level these up. Okay, not the worst rolls. I will take that. 61 EM and 10% crit rate. We get 2 rolls into EM crit rate, 1 roll into energy recharge. Managed to dodge defense, which is perfect. Now, I'm going to roll this one. I don't like that it's only single crit, but I will still roll it. Yeah, it's something, I guess. EM double crit, perfect. So, in terms of stats now, we have 667 EM, which is slightly lower than we had before, but it should be fine. 56 to 184. with a little bit of cryo damage. Okay, that's something. Let's go see what this does. We are going to run a Citlali, a Bennett, a Kazuha, and Shalonen. I would normally run Farina instead of Kazuha, but because we kind of want to do Melt, so Citlali can get the most damage, Kazuha makes the most sense, so we can swell Pyro with Bennett, so Citlali can do a Melt. We have 6 seconds for the crit rate buff. Yeah, we want to use the shield so that we're in the Night Soul's Blessing state, so we get more damage increase. But then we also want to make sure we can do the rest of the rotation in 6 seconds so we can get the crit rate boost. So shield, then Shalonen to crystallize with the cryo. And then Bennett, Kazuha, Citlali. So we gotta be very, very quick about this. Shield, Shalonen, that's Bennett. Kazuha, I probably should have done that. No, wrong thing. Oh well. Burst. Is that 212,000? Goodness gracious. Okay. Well, I think we definitely have a strong character on our hands here. Now that actually is quite close to the highest damage we've done on this account. I'm assuming that's going to be from Raiden, but I'm not too sure. So, what else could I do to improve the current build? Now, here's the thing. Wouldn't Kazuha work better if I could swirl Cryo? Because that would do this stuff. So do Citlali Shield, Kazuha Swirl, Shalonen, Bennett, Kazuha, Citlali. That's 100% going to take more than 6 seconds, but I will try it because why not? We want to do a Citlali Shield, Kazuha Swirl to Shalonen, do a Bennett, swirl the Bennett, do a Citlali. What do we hit? That hit, I think, less because his health bar didn't disappear as quick. I didn't see it though. It could have hit more. I'm not really too sure. I will have to run this back because I didn't see it. Citlali. Big numbers. 277k? I'm pretty sure that was a 277k. Goodness gracious, that's some good damage. That is now the highest damage on this account. We must have hit a 298k on that first test because that's now what the biggest damage is. So almost 300k from Citlali. That's pretty good. I will happily take that. And that's not even with a level 9 or 10 burst. And I will probably be crowning this burst if she's hitting almost 300k with it at level 8. That is 100% being crowned. And we get a... You know what? Actually, I'm happy with that. That is more crit damage. Yes. More crit damage. EM. More ER. That is a good piece. That is an upgrade. So if we go to the weapons now, we are going to swap over to the Widsith, which is only level 70 for some reason. Well, small problem. We can't get the Widsith up again because we don't have the materials to do so. Okay, well, let me just try it out. It's only level 70, but I did actually just notice the passive on this weapon is actually really good and probably could make it better than Sacrificial. Because if we look here, when the character takes the field, they will gain a random theme song for 10 seconds. This can only occur once every 30 seconds. And we are either going to get an attack increase by 60%, we are going to get an elemental damage bonus increase by 48%, or we're going to get our elemental mastery increased by 240, which is more than the Sacrificial offers at level 90. So if we can somehow luck out and manage to get this last one, very good. If we get the other two, they're still decent, but they're just not as good because most of Citlali stuff is from Elemental Mastery. Burst. Damage. 300 something. I think. I think there was a 300k in there. I just saw a 50k from her skill. But there was a 300k in there, I'm pretty sure. And we still got the attack increase. We didn't get the EM, we got the attack. So I am going to keep running this until I get the EM, but I feel like I saw a 300k. I could be very wrong, but I saw a big number and it started with 3. 344,000. My goodness. Okay, so the Widsith is definitely a better option. That is quite a bit of damage, and we didn't even get the EM buff, and we still hit 344,000, which is quite a lot. I will very happily take that. So, let me try this again. I really want to get the EM buff, because if we hit 344 without the EM, who knows what we're going to do with the EM buff. This weapon is not very good if you're using her in the Abyss, because it is very luck dependent. But even if we don't get the EM buff, we still do a lot of damage. So, it's good either way. Switch to Citlali. We see 2. Okay, I wait. That's great. I love waiting. Don't worry about it. I love it. And we get 2 again. Okay, great. Okay, so now I'm going to go test against the Perpetual Mechanical Array, just because it's a little bit easier than Scaramouche, and I'm pretty sure it still does increase your damage somehow. I just don't really feel like running Scaramouche today because it is a pain, and this team does not do enough damage without using bursts, so the first phase is going to be very painful. Plus, he also has a habit of stopping you from switching characters when you knock him down in the second phase. And with my 6-second time limit thing I've got, I kind of need to be able to switch characters quickly, so it doesn't really work for me. So this dude, I'm pretty sure, does have some kind of damage increase or resistance, shred or something like that. People do a bunch of damage testing against him, so I'm assuming he has something. Switch to Citlali, we get number 3, which is the Elemental Mastery buff. That's exactly what I'm looking for. And we hit a very nice 400,000? Okay, that's definitely the highest damage on this account. And that's definitely the most damage we're going to be able to squeeze out of Citlali for the time being. I'm sure I could hit more if I had a signature weapon and maybe some slightly better artifacts. But 400,000 is pretty good. I am definitely going to take that. That is more damage than most of the DPSs on my main account, if I'm being honest. I think I can get my Hu Tao to hit like 500,000 maybe if I fully build her as a new character. And then I think Malwika is the only other one who can hit more than that. But 400,000 from Citlali is very good, especially considering her stats are not incredible. But that would go up to 700, I'm pretty sure. 747 with the Widsith buff. So what was that exact damage number? Citlali has hit 402,499. That's quite a large amount of damage from a support character. And now I'm pretty sure we have a very solid team for Abyss. Citlali should be able to deal with Abyss quite easily now. I'm definitely going to work on getting this weapon level 90 so we can get even more crit damage from it, because that would be very nice. Getting maybe some better artifacts if possible. There is one thing that I am wondering still, and that is if it's best to run triple EM, which we don't have at the moment, or we run like EM cryo crit damage or attack cryo crit damage, or some kind of combination. I'm not really too sure. This is just the pieces I can come up with for the time being because I don't have anything else. But still, we hit 400,000, and this isn't even at level 10, so I'm 100% crowning that, getting this to level 90, maybe fixing the artifacts if I need to. And then who knows, you might be able to hit like 500,000, which would be crazy. But 402,000 from Citlali is very good. I am super stoked with that. So, with that being said, I am going to leave it here. If you like this video, go check out the first Citlali building video where I built her to actually do what she's kind of supposed to do, which is shield. But with that being said, I will see you all next time. Good. Bye.